Hi everyone, I'm teacher Anching Starks. Before we start with our discussion, here are some tips for online learning. First, create an area dedicated to studying. Also, give yourself a break from social media. Third, take scheduled breaks. Fourth, eat healthy snacks and meals. And finally, it would be nice for you to give gratitude and think positive thoughts. Are you ready? Let's start. Here are the most essential competencies for this week. First, relate text content to particular social issues, concerns, or dispositions in real life. Also, take a stand on critical issues brought up in the material viewed. Our objectives: infer thoughts, feelings, and intentions in the material viewed. Also, relate the concept to real-life context. Finally, value the lesson through analyzing the social issues. To start, examine the following news headlines. After thoroughly analyzing each picture, identify the social issues being raised by the material viewed. Note that the source of each picture is indicated in each slide to remind you that we should always cite our source. We should avoid copying and pasting work that is not ours and value others' intellectual property. The first one, what do you think is the issue? You're right, it's unemployment. The second one, based on the headline Government Shots ABS-CBN, Network Vows Comeback, what do you think is the answer? Very good, it's press freedom. Third, the headline is Government Pandemic Plan Now in Critical Phase. So, what do you think is the answer? Correct, it's COVID-19. Finally, UN warns of world hunger. Would be talking about the issue of, you're correct, it's poverty. To process those headlines that you have seen and the issues that are reflected on them. First, what social issues or challenges are evident in the headlines above? Try to recall your answers. You're very good. You have poverty, press freedom, COVID-19, and unemployment. Now, what is your stand on each issue? Do you say you believe that poverty in the Philippines is a product of corruption and mismanaged funds? Is it also your opinion that high levels of population growth greatly contributes to poverty? And do you agree that economic crisis, conflicts, natural disasters, and environmental destruction contribute to poverty? I say yes, and yes, and yes. Now how about the next one? On unemployment. Do you agree that it is a fact that Filipinos are lazy and would not find jobs? Some of you would agree, but I'm sure some of you would disagree. The second one, unemployment may be attributed to overpopulation or oversupply of labor force. Yes, I believe that most of you will agree. And the third one, mismatch between skills and the job, I think, affects employment. Yes, many of you would agree with that. Let's continue. Now, do you think those critical issues reflect what happens in our society today? I agree with you. The answer is definitely. But are these happening only in our country? No, of course not. It also happens in USA, in China, in Australia, and in other parts of the world. Now, aside from the challenges already mentioned, can we identify other social issues and problems prevailing in the society today? You're right. Low income is a related issue to unemployment. We also have drugs prevailing in our society, and also the fear of crimes. We have to remember, a social issue is an issue that has been recognized by society as a problem that is preventing society from functioning at an optimal level. Now, what are the characteristics of a social issue? First, the public must recognize the situation as a problem. Also, the situation is against the general values accepted by the society. Third, a large segment of the population recognizes the problem as a valid concern. Finally, the problem can be rectified or alleviated through the joint action of citizens and/or community resources. Now, how do you take a stand on critical issues? First, get the lay of the land, know the stakeholders concerned. Then, link it to the common goal. Back it up with data, do some research, don't just rely on your opinion. Then create a compelling narrative based on your facts. Also, don't forget to be respectful. And finally, above all, learn to disagree agreeably. Meaning, let's use polite words and let's also respect their opinion. Now, in expressing our opinion on any social issue, you may use the following expressions. First, you may say, "in my opinion," or "I believe that," or "I think," or "my belief is that," and you could also say, "I would say," and "I feel." Let's answer this. Can the following be considered social issues or concerns? Is it a yes, a no, or not sure? Bullying? Stress and mental health? Childhood obesity? Love life? Addiction to online games? K-pop fanaticism? And gender inequality. In taking a stand, we have to use facts to support our opinion. Now, let's try to distinguish between fact and opinion in taking a stand. Number 1. With the dropping in numbers of COVID-19 infections, DepEd allowed limited in-person or face-to-face classes. You're right, it's a fact. Number 2, for 2 years now, learners have been using different modes of learning and platforms. Definitely, it's a fact. However, some of these platforms are not effective. You're correct. It is an opinion. Since the learners are not seen by the teachers, students have become very irresponsible. Because of the expression "very irresponsible," this is definitely an opinion. Next, some students submit copied works from online sources. Yes, it's a fact. Some students play games instead of following the discussion. Yes, it's a fact too. And finally, this is why the resumption of limited face-to-face classes brings so much happiness to teachers. It's an opinion because of the expression "so much happiness to teachers." Now for your task, we call it your disposition matter. You are to form groups of 3 to 4 members. Discuss your stand through podcast, vlog, or video clips on 2 or more of the following topics. You may choose to react on the PBB videos of the teens not knowing about some historical facts. What is your stand on this? You may choose the second topic. People are now lax about COVID-19. Many are not observing health protocols anymore. Wearing of masks is not strictly enforced. What's your stand on this? Third possible topic, vlogging instead of studying. What is your stand on some youth who choose to just do vlogging and not study anymore? Finally, what's your stand on the resumption of face-to-face classes, although at this moment, it is still limited? So that's it. Post your task on the schedule to be given by your teacher. So stay safe, everyone. God bless.